Welcome back to some more Wargame Airland battle action. It's going to be a 10 versus 10, more or less. Or maybe, actually I think it was actually a 10 versus 10 when we started out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and... oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, there you go, who'd think. So yeah, 10 versus 10 on the Ragnarok map, the only 10 versus 10 map there is. Looks like I'll be playing as NATO, so that's Lightman, and yeah, we're playing as Pact. So I don't normally play 10 versus 10, I find them to be a little bit spammy, and I don't really like the destruction. There we go, I don't really like the destruction mode too much either. It's just sorts of strategies that it rewards, I just don't really like the way it works. I don't know if you can actually get it under the economy mode. But yeah, in any case, yeah, definitely don't have much experience playing on this map, and it'll certainly show. I'll be doing something incredibly ridiculous a bit later on, in fact, and you'll just have to wait and see on what that will be. So in any case, looks like I'll be taking Mike. Napalm on the way for John Ola, which should be interesting to see. I don't think I noticed that because I was mostly going for Mike. The hell? Oh, okay, never mind. Looks like sparks from a distance, but no, that's just from the flare there. Interesting. And Ketos capture. Ketos strong. So, in case Ketos going to be capturing Oscar, maybe helping me out of Mike. And yeah, there we go. Should be Edora defender. Okay, yeah, should be interesting little game indeed. So we'll just fast forward a bit actually. And yeah, you'll also see what I mean when it comes to spam. At least it feels like spam to me anyway. But oh well, I could have deployed. Well, the thing was that I was playing it like as if I was playing freaking economy, which meant that I was actually saving up points and all that for units. Yeah, well. In case, why is this thing still going? Oh, okay, there we go. Took a maybe because of the amount of units it was processing once. In any case, there we go. We missed out on some napalm bombers dropping napalm in random spots. I don't know what the hell they're doing there. Probably got panicked or something. But in any case, there we go. Good job bombing that reinforcement zone there. We got crap loads of artillery shells coming in, and what the hell? Okay, it's interesting. They just seem to disappear. What the hell was actually firing that? I don't see any artillery. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Whoa, actually, what is firing? Oh, okay, yes. Which would be, okay, Soviets. Or Soviet people. Alright, well, let's see if they generate explosion effects this time around. Yep, they certainly will. Interesting. And then again, I suppose there's a 10 versus 10. The crap that's happening, I suppose a couple more bugs is not entirely out of the question. And apparently there are more desyncs that happen on 10 versus 10s and other game types as well, I guess just due to the sheer amount of players. Yeah, sheer amount of units that are being processed by the host server as well as the clients, machines and all that. This could lead to, there we go, greater chances of these things. But anyway, in case, what is this thing launching? 500 kilogram bombs and, oh okay, napalm bombs of course. Thankfully it manages to miss the Fuchs. Else is going to want to get them out of there. I mean, they are still in good health. You might as well get them out of there if you can. And yeah, here comes more napalm bombers from Yuan. So napalm all over, and freaking artillery as well. So not too shabby. These Fuchs are basically just going to get the crap stomped out of them. Napalm and shells dropping on them. Actually, there might have been some explosions there. I just didn't notice happening the first time around. I suppose you'll see on the video having a look. But interesting. Maybe the explosions are a bit more understated than I thought they'd be, and I didn't notice. Well, whatever. In case, a couple of artillery shots coming in from us as well. Aircraft flying low places, you can see it's going to be quite a big game indeed, to say less. Jesus Christ. And I believe these will be the napalm bombers. Yep, they certainly are. Ah, they're probably going to be napalm bombing the city, I'm assuming. No? What the hell are they doing? Okay, they haven't dropped that napalm by the looks of it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, look at that. And artillery, my god. This is just ridiculous. Look at that freaking napalm and the shells coming in. Wow. Actually, is that really just coming in from like free mustazas or whatever they call them? Or is that a cutscene action? Ah, interesting. It's too short to be honest. Not too sure at all. Okay, so it's worked. It certainly did, my god. Oh god indeed, look at this. We'll also just zoom in and screw up the frame rate a bit. There we go. some more artillery coming in, stacking the crap out of these guys. See, as you can see, game could be said at the moment just to be quite a bit of artillery and napalm spam at the moment. And here we go, finally our attack will be slowly happening on Echo. I'll be probing Echo. It looks like we also had Reacher help him out with a lav, as well as a QA. Actually, is going to be sending in a few things really. And as for me, looks like I've got UK, yep, I'll be playing as UK Shock and Awe, presumably playing as UK maybe, or maybe he's playing as mixed NATO just with a focus on planes, I'm not too sure. Here guys, Jaguars, they don't seem to really be doing too much. He's got cluster bombers. But yeah, they don't seem to have really dropped anything. They could have dropped something on the buck actually, I'm pretty sure its armor is, yeah, it's just one on top, so it would have been right to destroy it, but nope. What can you do though? Bloody more artillery shots coming in as well. God. Oh well. What can you do? And yeah, as you can see, just going to keep shelling us till Kingdom Come, and yeah, I mean, I don't really blame them either. I mean, using artillery to, you know, pick off units is hell, that's not safe, and actually sending your own guys in. And especially if you don't really need to capture control zones quite as fervently as you do in economy mode, then yeah, actually taking from a distance like this is quite a smart thing to do. I barely have any artillery myself, I believe. Yeah, I think I've only got like three, well, I've only got one card of basic artillery, so it's like 3 pieces or something, and I send them in point blank range. A bit of a while. Don't think I even get to fire too many shots off, but oh well. What can you do? I'll be trying to attack at the very least, but the thing is though, if you have a look, actually do have 2 tunnels where they can reinforce from for this Echo region, and the thing is, because I barely ever played this map, I wasn't really aware of that at first, so unfortunately what happened was I ended up sending crap loads of things here, and yeah, opponents basically, well, as you'll be seeing a bit later on, they're basically just going to be reinforcing Falcons in yeah, they're just going to be reinforcing near instantly, and yeah, they're pummeling the crap out of me basically. It's too bad I didn't just try to go around and go straight to these tunnels really to cut off their reinforcements. Oh well. Live and learn, eh? And that actually might have been a bit possible given the whoa, bit of frame rate droppage when I was doing that. Anyway, yeah, it might have actually been possible. Whoa, MS does really shooting quite a few shots. Okay, 9 per minute. No wonder. God damn. Look at that stream of fire. It goes across the screen just about. Well, depending on how much I'm zoomed out. Oh god. And they seem to be relatively accurate for that sort of range as well. Look at that. So, yes, it's going to. Well, actually, I'm surprised how resilient these vehicles were. I mean, this thing is. Oh no, that's a helicopter. So that's just panic. But the Hawk, on the other hand, though, if I can select it. And does that have any armor? No, well actually it has frontal armor and side armor. And somehow this one managed to survive while the second one got killed off. How bizarre. There you go, more artillery coming in from us. But yeah, so this flag point, oh that's right, I was going to show you. Yeah, interesting, zooming in on this bit here, seems to drop the frame rate a bit for some reason. But yeah, if you look at the terrain, it does actually slope a bit, so if I send guys just at the bottom of this hill, provided that they don't have too much camping around the edges, I should be able to sneak up and get to the tunnels, well, from each flank. But the thing is, we got packed in buildings, these buildings, packed basically all over the place, really. Kind of sucks, really, but oh, well, I'll also be sending in some cheap chieftains myself as well, so yeah. Probably getting them to deploy a little bit too close, actually. Speaking of which, also got VDVs accompanied by, actually, is that cheap helicopters? No, they're not. Well, cheap and expensive helicopters. And the Aston Falcon being taken out by a shock and awe, despite... Oh, actually, no, wait a minute. We do have Fish coming in with his UAZ, so it's kind of hard to commentate on all the stuff that's happening at once, because we've essentially got separate battles happening in different parts of the map. But yeah, I did say a bit of a big mistake trying to attack Echo head-on like this, especially with such a clumped-up force there. I probably should try to spread them out a bit, because this sort of force would be a bit vulnerable to artillery. Now, will they use artillery? You bet your sweet ass they'll freaking use artillery. Oh, this is... no, that's a T-64B. Okay. Damn it, there was a T-62 variant that was very nice with its long-range ATGM. But alas, we probably won't see it just yet. But if I kept on going, I might have been actually able to take out Echo if I was a bit faster. But actually, it's interesting. How the hell am I going so slowly through this? I've got no freaking idea. There we go, chieftains coming in. I mean, T-64Bs are pretty damn expensive. Chieftains, on the other hand, yeah, they've got pretty good armor and gun, and an ATGM as well. And they've got freaking aircraft coming in as well. Damn it. Pain in the ass. But so there we go, the attack is underway on Echo, which I believe Mars will focus on, just this time from my opponent's perspective. I do have a couple of my ATGM Jeeps coming into a bit of damage. Thankfully, yeah, my AA doing a bit of damage as well, so things are actually looking pretty promising for me about that. Look at this. Oh my god, T-80Bs, Burusas, BTRs, ZSUs, and yep, they're just going to reinforce the crap out of this town with infantry vehicles and various other things. So I'm even sending in a CV for some reason. So yes, yep, look at that flooding out, and yeah, now my guys are going to have a much harder time. And we got bloody MiGs coming in. I believe those are the cluster bombs. Yep, they certainly are cluster bombs. Launching a little bit of damage there. Thankfully, I do actually have AA there, but there we go. Unfortunately, a couple of guys getting taken out there, which kind of sucks. Cluster bombs, actually, they've got pretty decent area of effect now that I think of it. If they actually do damage in the little holes that we see on the ground there. So, yeah, definitely wanted to spread out my guys a bit more there. I could have actually done that. But, oh well, I'll be continuing the attack, and yeah, it's not really a good idea to do so, actually. If let's see. Yeah, look at this. I mean, even with the recon that we've got, we can see all these T-80Bs. Look at this, grouping up T-80Bs. They're heavy tanks and T-80Es being grouped up even, which is something you don't normally want to do, but what the hell, when you've got these sorts of numbers, why not? And these guys are all equipped with freaking ATGMs as well, so... freaking dead, neutral. So yeah, we really should have just called off the attack here, but nope, instead I'm basically throwing everything I've got at them. Full also supporting me as well. Actually got crap loads of chieftains now that I think of it. Being supported by ATGM Jeeps, so an interesting little mixture there. Might actually work. But probably not actually, because we've got crap loads of ATGM equipped tanks and helicopters. And look at this, we've got some form of artillery, I believe that's rocket artillery, coming in to mess up our day as well. So yeah, basically going to be absolutely slicing down the morale of our vehicles and all that. Thankfully I do have my recon still up there. We actually have, I think, is that actually our... was that our strike that was being deployed there? I'm not too sure. It's also saying any AA there, and yep, here comes in more artillery as well, so just freaking dead there. Kind of sucks, Superintendent turrets coming in, they're fancy schmancy ATGMs, but they fly way too close. This one somehow managing to survive, amazingly enough. While these Lix Towers, yeah, unfortunately just getting taken out by the by 28, of course, as well as I think there was some AA here. The Busa, yeah, a couple of Busas there. So, ouch, ouch indeed, and more artillery coming in. I really should have spaced out my guys at the very least. These chieftains, I probably could have gone with better chieftains now that I think of it as well. I think I was just using them as damage absorbing tanks. I'm probably going to use some cheaper tanks for that instead to absorb the ATGMs from these, or just vehicles, cheaper vehicles. Overall to absorb the initial ATGMs of these tanks, and then moved in, you know, my heavy hitters, but yeah, very unfortunate I wasn't able to do that. A couple of chieftains managing to make it forward, but yeah, the amount of infantry that's in here, really, we really should be sending in artillery all around here, especially into the town and yeah, into these tanks and all that. These guys are actually running out of missiles, which is kind of funny. They got 12 of them, really? I don't know, that's in total, so they've got like 3 times. Also 3 missiles each actually, which is usually quite enough for certain engagements, and you can just, you know, as if you can't just put supply trucks behind them. Although I do believe if they're actually under fire, then you can't supply them. We actually do have smoke being laid down, but in my opinion, I think maybe just regular artillery would have got the job done. I mean, these guys are engaging us from basically from max range, really, and yeah, artillery, well, once it shakes and worries and also panics them, then well, basically the ATGMs are going to be missing all over the place, regardless of how accurate they are, and actually accuracy isn't too bad really, but yeah, once they get panicked, so they would have been in dire straits, but oh well. What can you do, unfortunately? Yeah, we're going continuing the attack here, and our opponents are doing a pretty good job defending, really. Could we have actually could have tried to flank them now that I think of it. And these aircrafts that we're using here have just been completely wasted. We really shouldn't have
used aircraft to the amount of AA that's in here. I don't think our intel is very good on this location either. Oh, actually we do know about there's tanks and all that out in the open as well as helicopters, and we're learning slowly but surely about the infantry. Actually, we'd have to be suspecting by now, of course. Yeah, there we go, the infantry in the buildings. There we go. Finally got some real artillery shots coming in, not just stuff for smoke. And yeah. Actually, probably should, rather than sending smoke there. I don't know why they were sending smoke there. I think we would have been better off smoking in front of these T-80Bs actually, because they rely so. I mean, they don't rely entirely on the ATGMs as a crunch, but the ATGMs, you know, are of course something that you'd want to neutralise. Hopefully, do have a couple of Seahawks, a couple of Wild Weasels all coming in with yep, anti-radar missiles, but unfortunately they're just flying way too close to enemy AA. This one here is somehow managing to survive. My god, no, it's dead. Wow. And yeah, more freaking artillery coming. Actually, where's it even coming from? Oh, it's this M-Staz is firing. So FOB is actually by Zoe managing to keep this thing resupplied. Oh, the battery 4 resupplied, I should say. Look at that rate of fire 9, they're just going to be doing crap loads of area of effect fire, and yeah, my guys are just basically completely annihilated. A couple of chieftains that are panicked, I really should have just tried to retrieve them. T-80Bs, are they getting? Yeah, they're going to get resupplied as well by the ammo trucks. At least we do have some artillery coming in. Pew, pew. Man, not much really. We really need to have something a bit more coming in, and we should have been a bit smarter with the use of smoke. I don't think that was me using the smoke, I think that was someone else. My artillery, there we go, there's my artillery. I think it's already been, yeah, mostly taken out even, so there was some artillery, enemy artillery shots are landing near my abbots, and I only had like 3 of them to begin with. Oh god, rate of fire 6, not too shabby I suppose, but still. God, I kind of wish they didn't put the regular cannons on those things as well, actually, because you do end up paying for those cannons. They're just little direct fire cannons, and really if the opponent gets close enough for you to use that L13A1, then really this abbot is pretty much going to be screwed, really. You'd think, but oh well. What the hell is this? We've got crap loads of MiG-25BMs infiltrating our airspace, or trying to. Actually managing to get it, I think managing to take out a couple of things here and there. Yeah. Rather bizarre. Well, we've got good old Swedish Vigans trying to do a bit of damage. I think they managed to take out a couple of aircraft. It's kind of hard to tell since they disappeared into this little black bit here, which I'm assuming, yep, yeah, it turns into mountains, which actually gets close stuff. And I didn't actually intend to select these leopards like that, but there you go. Oh, we'll see. Interesting bit of slow down there, but I suppose it's a 10 versus 10 after all. Yeah, I kind of wish we had more 10 versus 10 maps, and I also kind of wish we could host them ourselves. I mean, not many people's computers can actually host a 10 versus 10, of course, but really, I mean, if you've got the capability, you might as well, for God's sake. Or at the very least, I wish that you could play economy mode on 10 versus 10s, which I don't think you can. In case good use of the Harriers taking out the AA there. I don't think they lost the aircraft, or maybe they did, I just didn't notice, but have a look at the actual points. For Pact it's 12,336, and for us it's only 9,046, so even though as you can see we do seem to have slightly more map control following, we can get a bit of a salience there. Our opponents have just taken out way more units than we have, and I say quite a bit of this, of course, would have to go down to the well, of course, not all of it, but yeah, a bit of it will have to go down to this rather futile attack that I've been mounting again and again on freaking Echo. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Especially, I don't know what I was thinking actually, not even securing this town as well, because really this is my reinforcement route, and I mean some ATGM equipped infantry in these buildings should be able to, yeah, to snipe stuff coming in from their maybe long range ATGM stuff. We got T-80Us. We're going to be sniping my stuff instead. So Challengers versus 3 T-80Us. I don't like the sound of that. So there we go. Finally, I do have my Challengers coming in. But the thing is, though, I really should have had my Chieftains in front of them initially to, you know, to tank damage for them, as it were, while the Challengers, you know, try to blast the crap out of enemy stuff. Because these guys, they do have pretty good armor, as you can see, for the price. The guns aren't too bad either. Too bad, I suppose accuracy isn't too bad. Let's say, yeah, a bit more of a combined arms approach would have certainly worked. But the thing is, I let all my Chieftain Mark IIs get killed off, and now I'm sending in Challengers without anything acting as a screen, and yeah, look at that. What the hell was I thinking, trying to do that, I don't know. Oh well.
Can you see? But yeah, there you go. I was trying to play this game economy, and yeah, as you can see, it certainly does not work that way. Freaking frame rate actually is dropping down below 30 as well. I suppose the amount of crap that's on the screen at once, I suppose it's not entirely surprising actually. More Harriers coming in. Okay, these must be the so what are they? Multi-role fighters, of course. I didn't see what their ECM rating is, but I'm pretty sure it will be pretty bad actually. Usually ECM ratings on, well, just about all ratings really for multi-role fighters are pretty bad, but actually are a couple of good ones, but I mean it's good that they're kind of priced that way. They're very pricey as well, because otherwise, you know, people just using multi-role fighters all the time because, you know, they can take on a bunch of roles, but oh well, we actually got, Ketos moving in with US Marines. Huh, interesting, I wasn't aware of that. Well, this attack here seems to be pretty much screwed. We've got various infantry and all that, just regular Panzer Kates, something or others from Norway, I think, or is that Denmark? One of those two countries, they won't be doing too much. These Marines, on the other hand, let's see, are they actually aiming their M72s or not? Yes, they are. And only up against a single tank and having freaking trouble against that, really. Well, this guy's got 15 per squad, thank god for that. One of them's shaken, this guy's panicked at the very least, he's going to have a hard time attacking anything. Actually, there's a very good manoeuvre setting in Riflemen and US Marines like that, because I just noticed as well that's a tunnel, so if we zoom out, is that actually a reinforcement zone? Oh yes it is, yeah. Reinforcement zone for November. We've got ex-Wally, I think, maybe on our team. Didn't we see him anyway there? Well, I'm presuming he's on our team surrendering. Marines, unfortunately, going to get detected though, and Yaks, where the hell are they going actually? Not really sure. That Stingers actually should be able to take a few pot shots at him. Yep, they actually do manage to get a couple of shots off, so good. Nice positioning of the lad Stingers actually, yeah, look at that. Got just a couple of squads just hanging out on this mountain there. Not too bad, these guys actually managed to hold the line. Is this the same T-55 they're attacking? You gotta be kidding me. They should be... What the hell? Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but in any case, there we go. Now we're going to see them doing what they do best in this sort of situation, which is ambush the crap out of these vehicles. Which they are going to get revealed in the process, and the artillery is just going to strike at them as well. So, still, though, nice job by Ketos. I mean, his mind was certainly in the right place, setting up these guys like this. The only problem is that, of course, they'll eventually get routed. I don't know if he really needed to devote 4 squads of riflemen and 4 squads of marines. I think maybe just 4 squads of riflemen, or maybe 4 squads of marines would have done the job just fine and dandy, since they were just there to infiltrate. The thing is, once they're detected, then they're just about pretty much done for if the opponent is paying attention. As you can see, they are paying attention, sending in a couple of things here in their T-55 AM2s with the bastions and all that. And yeah, also getting shelled to death as well. So yeah, it's just a matter of time before they get taken out. They should just retreat them really. If Ketos just retreats them further into the forest, they can continue to be a pain in the ass because of the tanks and all that. They can only go up to maybe around, I think it's hard to tell, rock and forest. So they can go up until dense forest. Okay, so they can go up until around here where it says rock and forest, I think, and then after that they need to engage the infantry. And marines and all that would be a pain in the ass to rout out. The only thing is they can still get shot by artillery and napalm to death, but well, what can you do? So yeah, just having a look here, it does look like I think NATO's got a very, very slight map advantage, but the thing is we've been losing way more than our opponents have, so yeah, we've hasn't really worked out so well for us. Of course I was playing like as if it was really economy. Oh well, of course more aircraft flying in. My god, these MiGs, they really like, for this particular flank, they really like to fly in close for some reason. Same as helicopters for that matter, I don't know why exactly they're just flying in like that. Look at that, they've got flank panzers and everything engaged in close range. Actually, it's a nice little meat grinder really. I suppose if the packed guys just keep sending vehicles like this, should be should be pretty good. And these javelins, yes, they certainly are. So, interesting spacing by LT. Yes, LT. There's got Hammerschützens, javelins. Hammerschützens probably could be deployed a bit closer to the edge there. Actually, can tanks even go over that? I'm entirely sure. Entirely sure at all. In any case, a couple of ATGM equipped infantry probably wouldn't hurt either. I think we do have... Oh no, that's an FFB, it's not a building. Well, some ATGMs somewhere wouldn't hurt in any case. But yeah, we do have a nice little meat grinder going on here. I think Pact is mostly losing, well, they're losing more stuff than we are, although these MI4 rays are starting to tear through some of these infantrymen. Thankfully, they're starting to get shaken but not stirred. They're getting panics finally. Actually, it's surprisingly managed to last a lot of time. These javelins, unfortunately, yeah, not. Actually, they're out of missiles, so they can't even do anything until they get rearmed. And there we go, the helicopter's being retreated in the nick of time. More stuff coming in. Smarter's coming in from a shock and I don't know why exactly he decided to send them forward like that. Not really worth suiciding them as well. It's never really worth suiciding them even in economy mode, much less so in destruction mode where every freaking point counts. And they're still ahead of us by 3,000. And my god, you got up that autocannon sound as well. So BWP 2Ds, basically, I think they're BMP2s really, by the looks of it. No, they can't be BMP2s because they'd have an autocannon. Oh, no, is that an auto? 30mm rounds? Yep, it's an autocannon, alright. Well, there you go. And yep, they're going to be engaged by close range chieftains, though. The infantry are going to get going to be able to survive. But the thing is, they're panicked and stunned and all that, so yeah, you can't just, suicide transports into tanks like that and expect them to do anything. Because the infantry will, basically, I think they take damage based on how much damage the transport has taken over its, the amount of health it had. And then infantry on top of that, so I think they basically start out panicked. Or actually, I think their morale starts out with whatever morale the vehicle had when it was destroyed, which is usually panicked. So yeah, infantry are basically going to be panicking Abrams going up against them, and that is the end of the round. It could have been worse, actually. I mean, minor defeat for NATO, minor victory for Pact. Let's have a look. Lightspan. So yeah, I really made crap loads more losses. 0 command points. Oh god. There we go. I suppose ex-Woolly QC did worse than I did, but I really should not have attacks like that. God. Oh well, what can you do? And yeah, it just goes to show the artillery is pretty damn good, especially on 10 versus 10s as well. They really could have done really well artillery there. Also, we needed to use artillery a bit more efficiently. That smoke that was happening before, it wasn't really doing too much really. It would have been better deployed on the T-80Us and T-80As, I believe, and all that, but there you go. So, good game to our opponents. This has been Dame Dadwich signing off.